for folks to get on and share this. Not seeing my videos. Maybe it's not working. Let's see here. Okay, I think it is working. It's just frozen for me, apparently. At least that's what it looks like. All right. So yeah, let me know if you're on and you can see this. Welcome, everyone. Good morning, Dan. Good morning. My name is Sari Brown, and I am an earthwork artist. I'm part of that musical family. Oh, great. Okay, now I'm seeing the comments. Good morning, Herman and Joshua and Jennifer. Okay, hey. And I am here doing this series that's a collaboration between Earthwork Music and Higher Grounds Trading Company, a wonderful coffee company based out of Traverse City, Michigan. And this collaboration that we're doing on Monday mornings, Earthrise, it's partly to raise awareness around our new partnership between these two organizations. We're both really aligned with a lot of the same values of recognizing our human interdependence, our need to support each other and the earth in sustainable and caring and loving practices across this super interconnected globe that we're living on. And now we have this new partnership between Earthwork Music and Higher Grounds. And also it's to give you guys a little space and time to breathe, to join our hearts together in recognizing that common connection, kind of taking a step back and looking at our humanity, our lives together from that distance, like the picture of the Earthrise taken in 1968 from an orbit in space, where you can see this little Earth. It looks so little from there, and you can see how we're all contained on this one little blue and green ball. And it helps sometimes to, in our hearts, in our imaginations, and in some sense, I think, even in our bodies, to step back and become more aware of how we're a part of this huge whole, this web of interconnected life, but also how it's not that vast and impossible to feel that connection. We're capable of working with the connections that we have and making them stronger, and learning how to grow together and recognize how we affect each other, even in this complex web of life that seems overwhelming sometimes. So this morning I want to invite you to join me in doing something that I try to do in some fashion every morning, which is really to check in with where your heart is, where you're maybe overwhelmed or stressed out or squirrely mind is, where your body is, and just recognize what is present for you right now, what is true for you right now. So I'm gonna ring a singing bowl and start out just a brief moment of reflecting together, turning inward to feel where we're at, to check in with ourselves. So I invite you to place your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting cross-legged or laying down, just feel this point of connection, whatever point of connection that you have to the earth, whether it's through the ground or through the floor, the carpet, but it goes down. There is an energy connecting you to the earth. And breathe deeply into your belly, into your heart, into your whole body. Imagine your breath moving and swirling through. And ask yourself what it is that is most present for you. Just try to notice it and identify it. A feeling, a sensation. Identify it without judgment, without feeling that you need to change it or improve it. If you have a feeling coming up, see if you can feel where it is in your body. How do you know you feel that feeling? Where do you locate it? Or simply, what part of your body becomes most present for you? Are you most aware of? And what is it saying? Is it tense? Is it tingling? Is it in pain? Is it soft? Is it open? Is it empty? Is it delighted? Breathe compassion and love toward that feeling, toward that part of your body, toward yourself. And a few more deep, relaxed breaths. And when you're ready, I want to invite you to come back into this space of more outward looking, connecting with me, connecting with each other, with whoever is a part of this right now. And just if you feel called to write down in the comments, it's good to see some of you commenting on here. Adam as well, welcome. I'm not seeing the people that got on the Earthwork feed, I don't think, unless you comment, because something's like frozen there. But I'm seeing the ones on the Higher Grounds feed. So it's good to, it's good to see you guys on here. And if you would like to just put in the comments what's present for you, what came up for you, if you feel called, if you feel comfortable and called to share that right now. I know that we are moving through a lot of intense feelings right now. What's come up for me a lot lately is fear. And I don't always feel it fully or recognize it as such, but I think that that's something that a lot of us are dealing with. It can be fear for our safety and our health, but for me it also comes up as fear of not doing enough, not being good enough, not rising to the occasion of everything that's happening right now with movements for justice, particularly for racial justice in the United States, and just this moment of crises that we're in because of the pandemic. But crisis is also, it's a turning point, it's an opportunity, and this fear of not taking advantage of that opportunity fully. And all these feelings that come up for us, they can be our teachers. They are important. They have a voice that we do need to listen to. At the same time, I know that we can get kind of lost in feeling like they're more real than that deeper current of aliveness and of peace and of just being who we are, being the messy, delightful, loving, living beings that we are is enough, and that is the deepest truth. So we can get caught up in expectations of who we're supposed to be, caught up in thinking that our struggles or our pain or the overwhelming emotions are ourselves, like identifying too much with what with what the moment's bringing up and with what we're coming up against. So I want to sing you this song that I sing to myself when I'm in that place of identifying with everything but that deepest truth, with being scattered in a million directions. And it's actually based on a passage from the Bible. I'm a pastor, by the way, for those of you who don't know. So I do read the Bible once in a while, and it's based on a passage where Jesus heals this demon-possessed man, and he's possessed by a legion of demons. When Jesus asks him, he sees this guy writhing and, out of control of his body, and he asks him what he wants to say to this guy is, "What's your name?" And he responds, "My name is Legion." So he doesn't know his name because he's overwhelmed by all these demons. And the really interesting thing about that, especially in this context right now, is that legion referred to a legion of the Roman army. So it was the occupying force, the oppressor, that was taking away this man's sense of connection to his deepest self, to his truth. So I'm going to sing this song called "What's Your Name?" And I don't have coffee, I have tea. I'm very excited to be getting my decaf medium roast from Higher Grounds. It's in the mail. I don't drink very much coffee, but coffee is so important to so many people, and I love coffee. It just doesn't agree with me very much. And that's one way that we need to think about how we are so interconnected. We all need coffee, right? I mean, not all of us, but so many people need coffee, and the way that our coffee's grown, that the environmental changes that are affecting coffee production, we need to support people that are making these life-giving things for us, and that's something that Higher Grounds does with using fair trade and being connected to the communities that they grow their coffee. You are scared, but you're not fear. You want to run away, but you are here. You are trapped, but you're not a slave. You are hurt, but you're not pain. You're beaten down, but you're not defeat. You have so little faith. you wanna believe. You're mixed up, but you're not impure. The you were made to grow into still remains. So what's your name? 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 Is it beauty, mystery, teacher, or comfort, builder, sustainer, sweetness, or wonder, lover, or rebel, or dancer in the rain? What's your name? 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 You are scared, but you're not feared. You want to run away, but you are here. And you are trapped, but you're not a slave. You are hurt, but you're not pain. You're beaten down, but you're not defeat. You have so little faith, but you want to believe. You're mixed up, but you're not impure. The you were made to grow into still remains. So what's your name? I'd like to invite you to carry that question on your breath today, if it feels meaningful to you. What is my name? Not your literal name, not what the world calls you, and certainly not the identities, the expectations, the struggles, the pain, the oppression that has been laid upon you. What is your true name, your true essence, your deepest truth? And if it feels hard to connect with that today, if when we were doing that meditation before you felt like the feeling that wanted to come up or the sensation that wanted to come up was overwhelming, maybe even too difficult to really stay present to, then I would invite you to do whatever you need to take care of yourself, even if it's zoning out sometimes, but to consider going out and spending some time with a tree. Trees rooted in the earth, aware of how interconnected we all are, can bring this presence that lightens some of our load and helps us to clarify and purify and remember who we are. So thank you for joining me. I feel like I haven't been able to see if there were comments. One thing is frozen over here and the other thing isn't really working the way I expected it to over on my phone, so sorry if I'm ignoring anything. But thank you for joining me, and please continue to join us on the Higher Grounds Trading Company page. And usually it's cross-posted to Earthwork Music, but it's always on Higher Grounds Trading Company at 9 a.m. on Mondays for Earthrise. So be well, and remember to breathe deeply, and remember that you are part of a huge network, not only that needs you to participate in it and to support others, but also that is supporting you and loving you. So breathe some of that love in as you go about your day.